Classify the following triangles by the sides and the angles. So go back and look at your section 1.5 notes to study the vocabulary words that go with this. But as we take a look at letter A, the first thing, if I name it by sides, we have 6 and 8 and 10. We have 3 different side lengths on the sides of our triangle. And what we call that, if we call that a scalene triangle. The other thing that I happen to notice in this triangle is that there is a box in the corner, and that box in the corner means that we're working with a right angle. So this is a right triangle. Looking at letter B, we have to look at the tick marks in this particular problem. And in the sides, we see 1 tick mark here, and we see 1 tick mark, and we see 1 tick mark. Those all 3 have 1 tick mark in them, which means that all of the side lengths are the same. We have an equilateral triangle. And we also have the same thing occurring with respect to the angles. We have 1 arc, we have 1 arc, we have 1 arc. So all of those angles are the same. So it's an equal angular. We can also call it a couple other choices. Those are the 2 best choices. But what some of you may have written is acute. All 3 of those angles are less than 90 degrees. Also, if you really want to get technical, this could also be classified as an isosceles triangle, because the definition of isosceles is that they have at least 2 equal sides. And we do. We have at least 2 equal sides. We happen to have 3. Letter C, still identifying the triangles by their sides and their angles. And in this particular triangle, again, looking at our tick marks here, we got 1 tick mark and 1 tick mark, and then we have 2. And we just talked about the definition of isosceles. We said at least 2 equal sides. So this is going to be isosceles. And then classifying it by an angle, the angle that we can see in this particular problem is 120 degrees. 120 degrees is more than 90 degrees and less than 180. This is an obtuse triangle. Over here on letter D, I actually should have drawn in some tick marks for you, but if you're watching the video, you can fix that right now. If we take a look at this particular problem here, let's look at the angles. The part that we definitely can get here, we've got an angle of 40 degrees, we have an angle of 53 degrees, and we have an angle of 87 degrees. All 3 of those angles are less than 90 degrees. So this triangle is going to be classified as acute. What I should have written in here is 1 tick mark there, 2 tick marks here, and 3 tick marks there. And once we write those in, it may be a little bit easier to identify the fact that all of the sides are a different length, and therefore it's classified as a scalene triangle.